Hi, good morning. This is Sean McCafferty here with Four Seasons Botanical, and we're on job site location today doing a turf installation. Let me show you guys around and kind of point out a few things and let you see how we do this. This is the base work we're done. This is a 3/4 inch dust compacted base, plate compacted. We do this as your sub base for your turf. We have everything graded for proper drainage to go in certain locations, so we're not having water back up towards the house or towards anything like that. We also do put a filter fabric underneath that. That does keep things more stabilized. It does help with weeds, but there is no such thing as a weed-proof anything, but it does help with stabilization. It does help with keeping everything contained. But yeah, I never call these things weed barrier fabrics. These are called landscape fabrics. We use them underneath river rocks, crushed aggregates, stuff like that to help separate the ground from the actual sub base or the soil. It does keep a nice barrier between. This is the turf that we're installing. This is an 1.5 inch turf, a little bit longer. We just rolled it out, so it's a little loose. All this will be cut into shape. This will be tightened up here soon, and we will add sand, infill the rest, but all of this is really just rolled out fresh. So we just rolled this out a little while ago, so you can see the grains laid down flat. On this project, we chose to have the grain, we wanted to face this direction. You can see the clear difference of what the color looks like, because this is your focal point. The eye will go this way a lot more than any other direction, so we want to have that facing us. Again, once we power broom this, it'll stand up higher. It won't look so laid down. It'll look more natural. Once we add the sand, it'll be a lot more finished off. We're getting these areas prepped here for seaming, which we do our best to hide our seams. And this is my foreman, Fabian Ramirez. He is cutting it, getting a nice edge here for the seam. We use the single strands and we cut right down the line of them. Super sharp razor blade, and pull the excess off to where it makes that seam very nice and controlled and contained. This project was probably about a foot or so lower once we started. We had to do a lot of prep work. All this was just natural. We'll show you befores before we do a finished product review. But we did build this little small retaining wall that actually starts here out of the chop block. It does carry around all the way towards the corner of the fence. The reason was we did this, A, to not have a severe slope coming down, and B, if this is a low area, or this is a low area, we don't want the water to go back towards the turf and wash out all the base that we did. So that wall keeps a separate barrier to keep it stabilized. That's just another thing we do here at Four Seasons Botanical. We check every odd ends. We finalize all these types of situations before we put the turf down to make sure that it's going to last a very long time. These are salt cut. Every stone is salt cut. So base footer. There's no mortar. These will last a very, very long time. We're one of the few companies that will actually saw cut each stone. Every stone comes rough-ended, and we actually have a saw that we just cut each side. And so this is a very important part of the process for longevity. Back here, we're leaving about an 18-inch gap. This is for us to put vines that we're going to be putting on the wall here. Plants in front over here, so once this is finished, you're going to have a barrier behind here with some green to green up the wall. It's going to be very nice. We're going to put some shrubs in front of the pool equipment to disguise that. Some nice shrubs behind the waterfall with lights. So we still have a little ways to go in this project. We did put all the rock in here. This is shadow stone. We put the pavers down. This is another part of landscaping. We don't just do turf, we do all sorts of landscaping. But yeah, we did all the rock up here, the pavers. This is a 2-inch aggregate shadow stone is what we call it. Just your dark rock. It's a little dusty, a little dirty from the yard still. It's just a fresh install. We'll get all this cleaned up and make it look more its natural color. We use a 5/8 inch right here. This is a little bit smaller shadow stone, a little bit easier to walk on. This is more level, so we're able to use more of this stone here. These are your 2 foot by 2 foot pavers. These are the larger stones here that carries the water because we have a lot of water coming to this area here. So these are planters that will be filled up with plants to help terrace this area. So we'll have a very formal design coming up here, very traditional. Boxwoods, layering effect, 3 layers, so it's going to come down very nicely. This is actually a hot tub right here, so we'll cut around that. The pool is right here, which will be finished soon, and we will show you some finished pictures. But for now, this is our team, Four Seasons Botanical, installing some turf on a beautiful project here in Alamo Heights, Texas. Thank you.